In this video I will show you how to compile Emacs from source and specifically how to gear it for maximum performance. So because this is something I recently thought I should do, because this is a ThinkPad X200 I'm running this on. So I thought it might be a good idea to tune Emacs for more performance, so to optimize it better, because this is an old laptop, it only has few system resources, so yeah. And I've stumbled upon an article on the internet, and yeah, this is it. A technical guide to compiling Emacs for performance, and I will not go through this exactly, but this is what I used, and I will kind of guide you through my notes and what I did to kind of compile it. Because I kind of tried to follow this and there were some problems for me. Yeah. So, and I will link this of course in the description and on my website. So I'm in this documents Emacs directory, and this is kind of, messy because I, again, tried a few things. So the final directory it actually worked for me is this Emacs, 3 for, third try, and then Emacs 32. So this is the current Emacs version. And if I go into source, and then we have Emacs, so this is the final binary. So if I actually start this, an actual Emacs window will pop up. And this is now my compiled version, specifically again for performance. So, and I have some notes here. Where is it? Build notes. So yeah, here's the link to the article I just showed you. First thing is to clone the Emacs Git repository, and I did it over the official GNU Git service. But you can also use, I think in the article there is mention of the author mentions some GitHub site or some GitHub mirror. Yeah, here it is, github.com emacs mirror emacs. So that's obviously the first step, and afterwards you will get again this kind of, this directory I've already pulled up. And then afterwards the author tells you about some early init optimizations, but actually I think this is, you can do this whenever because this is just an init file, but he mentions it at the start. So this is for optimizing the Lisp compiler, because of course Emacs uses Emacs Lisp, so everything is written in Emacs Lisp, and you can optimize this compilation so that you actually have compiled Emacs Lisp code. So compile it down to, normal assembly. And this uses libgcc just in time, I guess, is what GIT stands for. So yeah, again, he has this init, and I've just copied this straight up. So if I go into .emacs early init.el, you will see the exact same thing as on the website. And the only thing that's different is this my CPU architecture, which is set to, my CPU architecture, which is Core 2. And you can get that by running this right here. So if I run this here, you will see I get Core 2, because there's a Core 2 Duo. All right, so that's that. Also, you will want to, run this delete command to delete any compiled Emacs Lisp code that's, I guess, how do you say, which is cached, is what I want to say. So it forces recompilation with your new optimized settings. So yeah, and you can also, so here you will see the O2 flag. You can also switch this for an O3 flag. He has some notes at the end of this article for that, and you will need to swap out O2 for O3 in some other places. But yeah, he also mentions that here. So the article in general is very in-depth and very complete, I found, he explains everything. So, but again, in this video I kind of just want to go through this in a practical way. So again, clone the repository. He does some things for cleaning up the Git repository. I haven't done this. Yeah, I don't really care. So the first practical thing, I don't think I even have these in my notes. Where is it? Build notes, yeah. Yeah, so, oh no, I have this here. It's this autogen.sh file. And this is now, so Emacs uses these auto tools or autogen build system to build it. So you first need to run this, then you need to run /configure, so the configure script, and then you can run make. So this configure script then creates the makefile. So yeah, running this will tell you what you need to install, I think, if I remember correctly. And I will not run any of this now on my system because it takes forever. And again, because this is an old laptop. But yeah, I mean, if you run into errors, you just need to kind of install the libraries or the programs you need. Obviously. So, and there's a lot of stuff that you need, but if you have like a complete system and you have compiled other projects, you probably have most of the stuff. All right, so yeah, run this. Then he tells you to set your compiler and linker flags, and here again we will find these O2 flags, which you can swap out for O3 if you want to. Yeah, I have also just copied these just as they are here on this website. So I also think these are in my notes. Yeah, so here they are. And again, these are compiler flags, right? So compiler flags and linker flags. And again, these are for performance, obviously. All right. So blah blah. And then now we actually need to run configure. And this is now the interesting step where you get to, well, configure your Emacs with how you want to compile it. So you can add features or libraries which you want to include, or you can exclude features. And there's a bunch of stuff. So he has all of these flags right here. He has one set for X11 users and one set for Wayland users. And then also, and I mean, he describes most of these, which is very nice. And also he has a section of additional flags to pass. So for example, I've added a lot of these. So without sound, yeah, I don't care. Without libsystemd, yes. Without dbus, yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff, and I will show you what didn't work for me. So this didn't work for me. So the ones he has listed here, I think it was. And also I then tried to add some, to remove some. This also didn't work. And here I put it in one line. And now this right here, down here, this worked for me. So, and specifically, so what didn't work for me was this included regex. So if and again, mind you, I'm on Alpine and I'm using Muscle. So the Muscle C library. Or what's it? Muscle compiler. You know what I mean, I hope. Where is it? Error 2? Yeah, so this was the error I was getting here. Undefined reference to, I guess that's regex match. So maybe this is a Muscle specific problem. I guess so. But anyways, it didn't work for me. Maybe I have some library not installed. But I was thinking, well, the linker order, not the linker. Sorry, the configure script and also the auto generation script should have probably told me about that. So yeah, there's something going on there. So yeah, let me actually pull this up here. Configure. Yeah, so here it is. So I'm on X11, so I'm doing all the X stuff. So with X toolkit. Yeah, with all this stuff. This is for font rendering, so this is for sharper font rendering, I guess. And so we don't need this font rendering library, but we'll use this half-bus thing. GNU TLS, you will want that because, well, you will want to do encrypted connections, obviously. This is, I think, some old X stuff. This as well. This, I remember. I mean, again, he describes all of these, or most of these on this page. So yeah, for example, this XFT, which I've also added right here. This is again for font rendering, so you will not need this if you do the half-bus thing. Oh yeah, so he describes the regex thing, which I was having a problem with. And yeah, on contemporary Linux systems using glibc, which I am not using, blah blah, the regex engine is usually better. So yeah, so I just removed this flag and then it works fine. And again, there are more things here to think about. So for example, also tree sitter. This is, I think, for better or faster syntax highlighting and whatever. And I needed to install a package for that. So you will probably need to install a few packages for these. So if you again have not done this before, so if I look for a tree sitter, yeah, here you can see all the stuff I tried. Yeah, here it is. So I, for example, added these two packages, so GNU TLS dev and tree sitter dev. And normally with these kind of things, it's just a matter of using your package manager to search for some library, and then you will probably find what its actual package name is for your package manager. So yeah, it's not that difficult usually. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all there was to it. And once the configure script ran fine, well, no, sorry, the configure script always ran fine for me, but then when I called make, then this is when it broke down. So this is when I was having like this error. This was only when I ran make then. So yeah, and with make he also, so he has this make command here, and he again explains what these flags do. So it's basically just, okay, use as many cores, or do as many concurrent jobs as we have cores, except like when the system is under high load, then use one less or whatever. So it's kind of again optimization. And then you can install it. You can also strip the binary for additional optimization. I haven't done this yet because I wanted to try out first how this, if this is fine for me or if I need something else. So well, I mean, I guess I could just do that and uninstall my package manager emacs, but yeah, it's fine. And then you can run this system configure features variable. You can let emacs describe that, and it will spit out. So if I do emacs, where is it? If I do this and then do exactly what it says, describe variable, whoops, not this, but this. So if we do describe variable and then do system configuration, where is it? Configuration features, then we will see all the features which we have actually added. So for example, here's tree sitter. Here is also GTK3, GNU TLS. iNotify, that's another flag. This is for like picking up changes on files, for having that more efficient. And yeah, all this kind of stuff. So yeah. And down here, there's an additional like section on the O2, O3 optimization, which I mentioned earlier. So you can also read through this. So if you're interested in optimizing Emacs, this is a great article. Again, I will link this. And I mean, it's really not that big a deal. It's pretty easy once you have all the libraries installed, and if you don't run into problems like I did with the whole muscle thing. So yeah, and then it's really just a matter of actually using Emacs like you normally do for all the Emacs Lisp code to be compiled in an optimized way. So all of this happens automatically. Again, you just need to run this find delete, where was it? Delete command to actually delete all the cached compilation files, and then it will recompile these. So yeah, that's pretty much all there's to it. All right, so I think that's it. I hope this was useful, and yeah, have a nice day.